heels in, place the fingers around the toes in the round angle. Right, and use the position to activate the spine. In other words, you don't collapse forward like this. You want to open up the heart, so we pull on the arms and open the chest. Like Superman popping his buttons. So the heart is open. And the opposing forces creates the activation of the lower back. Feather the knees just to get circulation going. And reach back, grab the bolster. Along that evenly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just close the eyes, breathe in and out through the nose.
Just start. Oh, okay, so I've got the right place.
Take a moment, scan through the body and release any remaining tension. There might be some resistance to letting go. But we start in an attitude or position of letting go. Not just physically, it's also mentally and emotionally. When the practice that we're doing today goes to that deeper level, the real learning takes place. And so it's a bit like pushing a reset button. You're starting afresh, making this moment fresh and new, as it should be in every moment in our lives. When we're developing advanced core strength practice, the same attributes apply to a beginner's practice. Right? So if we don't know the basics, why can't we go to advanced practice? It's all the same. Hello.
Hi.
We're just about to get started. I'll just set you up. Take a couple more moments. There might still be the tiniest bit of resistance left. Let it go. See it. Now we have a balanced room, completely balanced. I want you to allow the position to open you up physically, but as your breathing settles down, you start to open mentally and emotionally as well. It is a rather exposed position. It could be scary, perhaps, to open up this way. Just let it all go. Let's do some action. Open the eyes, interlace the fingers out in front. As you exhale, push down and away. As you inhale, lift the arms over as far as you can go. Pause the breath on the way down. Exhale, push away again. Inhale, lifting over. Pause. And exhale. As you move with the breath assisting the movement, and the movement assisting the breath. It's an integration of body, mind, and breath. Strong interlace of the fingers so you can push the arms straight. Work the stretch, not just down through the arms, but down through the torso. And the arms overhead, placing the palms together. As you exhale, start to lift. Take the fingers forward. Stretch. And then inhale, come back, open up. Expand. And exhale, contract. Right, using your core strength to lift up. Pushing forward as far as you can go, and then open up. Okay. And we'll take the feet further out in front. You might get the forehead to the feet, you might not. Inhale, open, and exhale. Just gentle core strengthening as you lift, and stretch as you go forward. Okay, it's still fairly easy. Getting momentum up. Let's move the bolster aside now. Right, so let's try again. Exhale forward, inhale and back. So this time it's going to be a little bit stronger as you lift. Stronger for your core. Use that lift. Come up. You're engaging a lot of the muscles, so it's going to help you warm up. Okay. Let's vary this a little bit. Draw the heels in. And try again. Inhale and lift. It's a lot more engagement, isn't it? If you're finding it difficult to lift, take the feet further out in front. Okay, so by doing this, you're engaging so many muscles, it's going to get us more free. Feel it? Okay, let's take the legs wide. You might just stagger a little bit. To get the spine activated, push the hands to the knees. Again, the opposing forces activate the lower back. Just grab your thumbs. It's like you're grabbing an imaginary bar. And that's going to make it easier to do this simple movement. Exhale forward, inhale back. To have the idea to try and keep the back straight. In the repetitive movement, will start to loosen up the ligaments. You should be able to go further from there after a few rounds. Try and go a little bit further. Let's try going all the way back. And lift. Oops, I'm too close to the wall. And once more, it's engaging a lot of your muscles. In the lift, and your imagination comes into it as well. If you imagine you're grabbing a bar, it's going to help you to lift. Really fast. Okay, let's stay forward from there. You might get your hands down. Get the idea you're trying to keep the back straight. You might get the elbows down. And you might go a little bit further. If you're going all the way, bring the belly down first. Keep the legs active so that the stretch goes through the muscles. Now we can hold a few breaths. few salutes.
We're up to 88 now, are we,
Let's take the legs back. And as we know, there's a large variety of salutes. I'm going to start with perhaps the most basic. Let's just do a cat stretch to start with. The heels of the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Keeping the shoulders back away from the ears, take a deep inhale, and exhale, arch the back up, dropping the head, and inhale, arch the back down, raise the chin. Okay, so it's an exhale as you arch up, and inhale, arch up. Breathing's pretty obvious. As you expand, or as you lift up the spine, you collapse the chest so you breathe out. As you arch down, you expand the chest so you breathe in. Keep working with that. And if you do it with the eyes closed, then you will develop greater inner sight, insight. Just look within and see what's happening to the spine. See the bones turning on each other. It's creating traction. And there's two things the joints love, and that's movement and traction. So the arms are vertical. They'll be better for you. Okay. But also take your mind down to your hips as well. Feel the rotation of the hips. That's a really important action to be familiar with. So as you arch the back up, the hips rotate backwards. As you arch the back down, the hips rotate forwards. And that'll have profound implications for you with vinyasa type practice that flow between the up dog and the down dogs. Get started. So just build that into your memory bank. The hips rotate as you arch the back up and down. So let's open up the eyes. Let's go to a real salute, or I call it an earth salute. Just step the hands forward and the hands stand like that. Tuck the toes under and lift into a plank. Now, if the plank's too difficult, you just drop the knees to the floor, do a half plank. Have the body in line with the legs. Right? And in the plank, you want to rotate the hips backwards. Right? Not forwards like this, where I'm sagging through the middle and pinching my spine. You just want to rotate backwards. Keep strong through the shoulders. Okay? And from here, notice that the arms are vertical. They should be vertical. They're too wide, so you're not vertical anymore. Let's drop the hips down, and if you can, stay off the floor. Lift the spine as you drop down. If it's too strong to hold, you can drop the knees to the floor. Keep lifting the spine, don't collapse into the shoulders. That'll pinch you back. Right, and that gets us ready for doing the down dog. So lifting up, pushing back. Make sure the palms are open, flat on the floor. And try and flatten the spine. Let's do it again. Inhale forward into a plank. Dropping down into a hanging up dog. Notice the arms are vertical. Lift the spine. And keep lifting the spine as you go into a full down dog. Okay, we'll come back down. Now, there is a half version here. In other words, you need to bend the elbows backwards, lower to the floor, and release the ankles behind. Push on the palms, only to the point where you can take the palms on the floor. Okay? It's a great little back strengthener. And it's very safe to do. Palms back down, well back to the shoulders. Okay, tuck the toes under. And exhale, come back in what I call half down dog. Okay, so this is just varieties of various salutes forward. And on the inhale, come forwards. Keep the back straight, either in half plank or full plank. Or, yeah, try half plank and then we'll try and push back up again. Push up. Keep the body straight. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Now taking the hips backwards. Release the ankles here. Pushing up and then, yeah, don't go all the way. Fingers to the thumbs, bend the wrists and lift behind. Half up dog. And the palms down, tuck the toes under. And half down dog. So if you do get tired, then you can always do this half pose practice. Right, let's do it again, just to get familiar. Inhale forward, into a plank or a half plank, do a couple of push-ups. 1, elbows backwards, not sideways. And 3, and down we go. Only push as high as you can hold it. Arms back down, keep the toes under, and then exhale. Now, from here, down dog, you can try stepping the right foot forward. You have to get between your hands. That's a long way, so you can use strategy. You can step halfway, grab the heel and give it a push. Okay. Make it one step, all down. Let's try that again. Exhale, down. Let's get the left foot between the hands. Not too far forward. You've got to have the knee halfway over the foot. Making the full lunge. Okay. Let's try that a couple more times. Exhale, inhale. Building up towards a full half salute, half pose, sun salute. Okay, try it a couple more times. Exhale, inhale. In the ideal lunge position is to have the knee halfway over the foot. If you're too far back, the heel comes off. Like that. Take the foot further forward. Keep going. The heel comes off when you're overstretching somewhere else. If you're too far forward, you overstretch further down somewhere. And if you like here, you knee halfway over the foot, the weight is distributed, the stress is distributed. So push forward as much as you can, and then adjust the position. Yeah. A couple more times. Half down dog. Inhale, right foot. Exhale. This time down, exhale, inhale, right foot, and the left foot comes forward too. Now keep the fingers on the floor, you might have to bend the knees to do that. And to make this more beneficial, try to place the whole hand flat on the floor. Most of you will have to bend your knees to do that. Get your hands flat on the floor and try and push the legs straight. You don't have to get them straight. It increases the stretch over the back and down the legs. Hold it a couple of breaths. It's more beneficial doing it that way because you get the stretching of the lower back rather than just curling forward. And then to come up, bend the knees, walk, swing the arms back, energetically swing forward and up. And get the pressure on the down. Okay, mountain pose. And in the mountain pose, it is very important to rock the pelvis backwards. You want to do the cat stretch, you shouldn't do it like this, because you're pinching your lower back, right? Don't walk around like this. Rock the pelvis backwards, dropping the tailbone, lifting the pubis, and the Uddiyana Bandha. comes into action, which protects the back. Just keep that in mind. Let's come into mountain pose. Let's close the eyes for a moment. And feel strong and tall like a mountain. Evening the weight underneath the feet, front and back, and sides of the feet. That way you know you're still. Okay, now opening up the eyes, let's connect all the dots together. On the inhale, swing down like this, arms above the head before you. And keep the chin and the chest lifted on the way down. Knees to the floor, crown head towards the floor. Inhale, look up. Step the right and the left leg back into a plank. Right. And in the plank, it's the same as the mountain pose. You rock the pelvis backwards. That will save you energy. Lower to the floor. Exhale. Release the ankles. Inhale. Half up dog, not too high. Arms back down, toes under. You didn't have to move the hands in the right place. Step the right foot forward between the hands, good lunge. And the left foot forward, exhale. Head and knees, sweep. Nice gentle half pose sunset. Let's do a couple more. Exhale. Inhale. Uttanasana. Exhale. Uttanasana. Inhale up. Step the left foot back this time into a plank. Okay, be strong around the shoulders. Don't collapse in the shoulders. That's when you lay your energy. You don't sag through the middle. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, you push back up. Try to keep it straight. We're trying to avoid this sort of thing. Okay. Keep it straight. As straight as you can. That's why it's easier to have the knees on the floor if you need to. Release the ankles. Inhale, half up dog. And the wrists lift behind. Like a pair of hooks, and it's lifting you higher. Use that imagination to make it work. Arms well back into the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Exhale back. And the left foot. Inhale. And right foot. Exhale. Then swing through. Couple more, inhale, getting more and more familiar, and it starts to flow. Inhale, I'll just pull that breathing. Exhale, keep it back flat. Inhale, look up. Right and left leg. Just a couple of push-ups. Breathe a variety. Exhale, come down. Inhale, half upward. Down, right foot, inhale, left foot, exhale, swing through, and exhale, turn to mountain pose, leading from the left side, inhale, exhale, inhale. Chest will go down. Inhale, up. Set the left and right back. Exhale. Let's do another push-up. These on the floor, it's a lot easier. And down we go. Inhale. Left foot steps forward. Inhale. Right foot steps forward. feet. So all my salutes that I teach are on the basis of ultimate back fit. I don't teach beginners this sort of thing. It can be done, but it's not without some development of the spinal column. There are quite a few salutes which do that. For beginners, and even for advanced. Like, for example, the Ashtanga series of salutes also work on the idea of ultimate back fit, because you're firm across here and you're breathing in the chest instead. We'll get to that. Just wanted to emphasise the importance of that again. I think we'll just use the ropes. I'll show you what I'm doing here. You open up the palms like this on the ropes. And you keep the feet parallel, like you're on a pair of skis. And the buttocks on the wall. And you push forward like that. Now, what I'm doing is I'm emulating a down dog. Right, like this. And I don't want to be like that. I want to be more like that. So this is a very useful way to practice that. So opening up the palms like that. You don't grab the ropes. As soon as you do that, you create weakness on the arm and the shoulder with no support here. You open up the palms so the energy is flowing. You just push forward like that. You open up the whole front of the body. Also do some cat stretching here. Exhale like that. Inhale like that. And it gives you a better awareness of the hips. Because in the down dog, you want to be more like that than like that. Okay, so just give that a try. There's 10 sets of ropes. So let's get these out. Almost next to each other. Do this. Okay, open up the palms as you push forward. Yeah, that's it. You get a nice forward curve on the spine. Don't bend the wrist. If you bend the wrist, if you go like this, you're actually shutting down these muscles. Or if you do that, you're actually shutting down these muscles. Keep the palm straight. Open them up. Stretch out those palms. And the stretch you do in the palms reflects down into the spine. It actually tractions the spine as well. It's very important to just stretch the palms. Now try and do a cat stretch. In other words, arch the back up. Breathe out. And arch the back down as you breathe in. Take your consciousness to your hips. Feel the rotation. And make sure the feet are parallel, like you're on a pair of skis. And deal with that more. Oops. Get that. Okay, so what I'm emphasising here, if we're going to develop an advanced core strength practice, we need to work these basics, so that we can make the down dog restful. Okay, now one variation we're going to do on this, not already here, is you move to the right a little bit, and the back of the left palm sits on the right back. You do the same thing, and you can feel what's going on in the back. So exhale, inhale, forward. Let's try that, and then move to the other side. And you get deeper access into the single arm. Yeah, you can feel what's happening in the back of the arm. And take your consciousness into your hips and feel that rotation of the hips. Like I said, if you get into advanced core strength practice, you have to have an awareness of what the hips are doing. So open up that palm. It also opens up the shoulders. So you get the support into the shoulders. Alright, so we'll try that both ways. Marching the hips backwards and forwards. I'm very aware of that. Also, the support you've got in the shoulder is pushed forward just by stretching the palm. Simple as that. Don't bend the wrist. Or shut down all the muscles. As you come away, let's go back to the mats. The vinyasa, the flow between the postures, up dog to down dog, will make a big difference here. Just from that awareness. Okay, so down to mountain pose again. And we'll flow down in the usual way. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the back straight. Embrace ultimate back kick. Fingers above the head. Keep the chin and chest lifted on the way down. That's again ultimate back kick. Once you get upside down, give yourself support. Not encouraging the age-old practice of trying to touch your toes. That's not ready for it. Give yourself support, bend the knees if you have to. Inhale, look up. Step right, your leg back. Okay, let's go into the hanging up dog. Dropping the hips. Make sure you lift the spine, shoulders down. Don't do this sort of thing. Okay, you can avoid it. Trying to drop the knees to the floor, but it's okay if you do, while you're lifting the spine. And because the weight on the toes is very light, you can roll over the toes without having to slip. Notice the arms are no longer vertical. Just roll back. Just try that a couple of times. Exhale. And inhale. Space to step. Just roll. Okay? And when you roll back this time, start lifting the tailbone. What I suggest is bend the knees and lift the heels. And that way, you can flatten the spine down. Roll the pelvis forward. Push one leg straight, the heel goes straight back, and then swap to the other side. Increase the stretch without losing position of the spine. Make sure the palms are open just like we rock ropes. You're not stretching there, you're not getting support in your shoulder and you get tired. And both heels towards the floor. Try and maintain that forward curve. Just a couple of you need to get that awareness. Trying to do it more like that, more like that. It's opposite, in other words, to the mountain pose or the plank. Here I'm rocking the pelvis backwards. Here I'm rocking the pelvis forward. It makes all the difference in the lower back. Like that. Not like that. It makes it easier if you lift the heels, bend the knees. Okay, so let's try that again. On the plank. dropping the hips down, the hanging up down. Really take the hip back, and then forceful lift, as long as you're lifting the spine. Roll over the toes, pull up dog. Notice the strong forward curve on the spine. Try and maintain that forward curve as you flip back into forward down. Pelvis forward, easier if you bend the knees initially. There we go. And then gentle firmness throughout. As I mentioned, we're trying to make this restful for you. Okay, let's all drop down to the knees and exhale. Step the right foot forward between the hands. And the left foot. And upside down. Swing through. We'll go on to a full thumb split. The Ashtanga version of Surya Namaskar. So again, that starts from mountain pose. Activating the thighs so they're not wobbly. Okay. Lightly dribbling forward with the toes, activates around the ankles. Breathing into the chest, lifts the energy even more. And you've got firmness across here. It's interesting that the Ashtanga practice, the powerful practice, the holding is fairly firm. Right? And that supports the back. It's more the chest that you feel. Okay. And to start the salute, look forward, lift the arms and drop the head. Exhale, back down. Do it a couple of times. And we're avoiding the mistake of pushing the hips forward. Yeah, they do that in some schools, but that's not ultimate back kick. Okay. So keep the consciousness down in front of the body so you don't move the hips. Inhale. This time, like before, like a swallow dive. Keep the chest open, back as flat as you can. Bring the fingers to the floor, round the head to the floor. And then come out in reverse. Inhale, lift the chin to the chest, and the arms back. So this one, more or less keeping the legs straight. Some of you might need to bend the legs. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Inhale, lift the chin to the chest. Good. And gentle pressure on the way down. So just that little bit of gentle pressure, it activates the muscles through the arms, down the torso, and it returns us to a more, or a better mountain pose. Okay? A little bit of gentle pressure activates through the abdomen, down through the body. The meridians going right through. Okay, let's take it further. Inhale. Exhale. Arms down, and the head towards the floor. Inhale, look up. Either step or jump into a plank. Now you've got a choice here. You can do the hanging up dog, like we did a moment ago, or you can bend the arms and hold four-pointed staff pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. Okay, rolling over the toes into a full-up dog. Get the knees off the floor, otherwise you're collapsing in the spine. Roll over the toes, feet down, remember to roll the hips forward. And keep the palms